thanks so much, Katie, for taking us on that trip. And I'm sure there must be questions after like this intense talk. And I have one myself, actually, which I wonder how you'd answer it. Because I feel when you go into a transition, there's often, there's pains probably driving you there. And there's things you're looking forward to, like a vision. And I ask myself, while listening to you, is it really necessary that we kind of hit rock bottom before we change? Or is there an easier way, like just to imagine good stuff and then we start changing? How do you see that?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I often ask myself the same. Do we need to hit rock bottom in order to have that transformation? And I feel that sometimes it helps, like the example, let's see. But if we're monitoring regularly, if we're aligned and we're checking in with our awareness and we're doing that journey of checking our compass and our values and reflecting regularly, then we can catch ourselves before the fall. We can catch ourselves thinking, wait, this isn't quite right. Maybe I need to shift slightly and then start changing. So I think that with high awareness, we don't necessarily need to hit rock bottom in order to change.
So what you're saying is essentially also that self-leadership means taking the time to make sure, to reflect on that, right?
Yes,
on the
yes.
journey.
Reflection
Okay.
is also a big part of self-leadership, yes.
So, thank you, and I'm gonna look into the audience. Who wants to ask a question? And we have, thank you, yeah, we have certain volunteers here. So we'll start here, please.
Thank you so much, and I would like to ask how you balance your life between your family, your work, and your achievement for your own leadership.
Yeah, great question. So how do I balance my life and family for my own leadership? I think the simplest answer, again, coming back to awareness, is to check in with yourself regularly. And also, balance isn't about perfection. It's not you doing the exact same hours for each category of your life every week. And I think this is image of work-life balance it has to be perfect. It's okay to go through phases. Maybe there's an intense work phase for a project, and maybe there's a really great family moment afterwards. So I think as long as regularly we pay attention and give energy to all areas, then we find that balance. But it's not about balancing all of them at the same time perfectly.
Great. We have another question over there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right there.
First of all, thank you for your story, because it was very inspiring. You mentioned being a coach, and of course, in order for you to get through this process, you have to want it as an individual. But as a coach, how do you inspire and encourage someone to go through this process? What are the steps or the things you need as a coach to help people?
Well, as a coach, you just need to be a very good listener. I think once you listen, you see when people are aligned or not, and it translates in their body language. So the first thing is checking, is someone aligned with what's important for them and their values and their vision? And then if it's not, then it's helping them find what could be these values, what could be this vision. And one thing that comes up a lot with pretty much all the clients I work with is they feel they don't know what the answer is, but they're just scared. So they know the answer, but they're scared. So they say, I don't know what to do or where to go or how to grow my business. And I'm like, okay. Pause, center, and then you ask them, but if everything was possible, or you ask an opening question, and suddenly they have loads of ideas. So mostly it's just fear getting in the way.
Thank you.
Okay, we have time for, let's say, 2 more questions. One there, and, well, we'll see how fast it goes. Okay, please start.
Hello, thank you for this great speech. It was really a lot of very useful content. My question is, when it comes to the self-empowerment and like seeing controversial figures like Andrew Tate, for example, on the rise, gaining popularity, do you think this is beneficial for self-empowerment of people, or is it not beneficial for self-empowerment of people?
So you're saying if there are role models out there, can you repeat your question?
If, like, for example, Andrew Tate, he's a very, public figure that's gaining a lot of popularity, and, taking him as an example of a role model, do you think this is empowering the people, or this is not beneficial for the self-empowerment of the people?
I think it depends, but most importantly is checking in with yourself, if it supports you or not. And I think we ask ourselves too often if what other people do is good or bad, but we need to check in, does this help us to grow and then make a contribution and impact other people? Or does it hold us back and disempower us? And if it disempowers us, then let's not go there. Let's not watch and consume that content. Let's not go to those events. Let's not listen to that podcast. If it helps us and it boosts us and it empowers us to help other people and do better, then let's listen. So it's all coming back to the choices we make rather than if other people are doing the right things or not. That answers the question.
Great answer. Thank you.
Okay, time-wise, we're a bit short, so that was it with the Q&As. Thanks so much, but everyone else who missed asking a question, you'll find Katie around the corner. She will be here like most of the speakers. Thanks so much for sharing this.